Hey, what's up YouTube? It's abluegolfball here today with another Pokemon TCG online video, and today I have for you guys a Latias EX deck. Yes, seriously, Latias EX. Latias EX is still in the standard format as of a couple more weeks before the rotation happens in August, but hey, it's still standard for now, and you know, it's fun to play. Now, I'm playing this because there's quite a bit of, what do you call it? Dragon support, yes. There is something called a double dragon energy, and with Latias EX, it has the ability Bright Down, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon with abilities, meaning Keldeo EX, Aegislash EX, Darkrai EX, Pyroar EX, or no, Pyroar, there's no Pyroar EX, just regular Pyroar. They have abilities, and they can't hurt Latias. Beautiful, unless, of course, you use Garbodor or Wobbuffet. But anyways, the attack barrier break here is also really cool. It does 70 damage, and this attack's damage isn't affected by weakness, resistance, or any other effects on the defending Pokemon. Nothing. It's basically like G-Booster, but a lot weaker. Almost a third of the power. Anyways, it would go through Sigilyph, Suicune, Pyroar, Aegislash. If you have, it will go through Aegislash's Mighty Shield. And it's just so impressive. Why is this deck so good? Why is this card better now? It's definitely because of, I kind of mentioned already, double dragon energy. It's basically double rainbow energy. And so all you really need is a double dragon energy, which will count for both of these right here. And then any old energy will be just fine. Now, I will be playing Hydreigon EX here, the 180 HP Dragon-type Pokemon from Rolling Skies. It's got the Dragon Road ability. If there's any Stadium card in play, your retreat costs for Dragon-type Pokemon is 2 less. And it helps a lot for Latias here. Being able to have free retreat is really nice. But here, Shred is also very helpful. It does 80 damage, 10 more, right? For the same energy cost. And it's basically the same thing. This attack isn't affected by anything on your active Pokemon. So it'll go through, you know, Sigilyph, Suicune, Safeguard Pokemon, right? Yada, yada, yada. Okay. We have Swablu here, and we have Altaria. Since this was reprinted in Boundaries Cross, originally printed in Dragons Exalted, there's also a promo for it as well. But Fight Song here, for each of your Dragon Pokemon's attacks, you do 20 more damage. So that means you can boost up Latias EX here. With 3 of these, you can hit for 60 more, plus Muscle Band. You can actually hit for, what is it, 90 plus 3 more. Whatever. But it's just a good damage boost. Anyways, we have Shaman, 3 of these. We really need Shaman. We need quite a few of these to get this deck rolling. It's kind of tricky to really get all the pieces together, so we gotta have Shaman. We got Risen EX here for Verdant Wind whenever you use Emerald Slash, and it works really well because Double Dragon Energy can count as Grass Energy as well, so that's actually kind of nice. We'll have Computer Search here. As the aspect of choice, discard 2 cards to be able to search for any card in your deck. We've got the Energy Switch, and this way, Energy Switch here is kind of a tech here. I'm going to be using solely to be able to switch energies back and forth between Hydreigon and Latias with 1 Double Dragon colorless energy, or not colorless, Double Dragon energy. We can switch the basic energy back and forth if needed, and those kind of scenarios. Now, it works very well with Super Scoop Up. Now, you might be thinking Super Scoop Up is mostly for Shaman, but it would actually work out for Latias EX as well. Imagine for the scenario if you have Latias EX in the active spot, and it's heavily damaged, and you have another Latias EX on the bench, okay? You can play Super Scoop Up, but before you play Super Scoop Up, let's say you have an energy switch. You switch the energy, the 1 energy here, from this Latias to the Latias on the bench. Alright, and then you use Super Scoop Up the damaged one in the active spot, and you move the one on the bench to the active spot, and then you play the Double Dragon energy that you had that was just on the Latias and the active spot before you Super Scooped it up, and then you're ready to go. Look at that, you basically did a max potion, kind of. But preserving the energies. We'll have 1 star of the Megaphone. I already mentioned the Super Scoop. We've got 1 switch in case of paralysis, things like that, even though we have free retreat from the Dragon Road ability. We got Ultra Ball here to get the Pokemon. We got 4 VS Seekers as well. And onto the supporters, we do have AZ here, specifically for Shaman, and yes, could be used for the same scenario, but you'll be losing your energies in that case. We have Colress here, a really good draw support. We've got the Lysander, 3 ends, 1 Professor Birch, and 4 Juniper. That's it. We got the Skyfield here. Again, our bench is going to be pretty full, having the Altaria line and everything like that too. So 3 of these work really well. We got the Muscle Band, 3 of these for the Latiases, and then 4 Dragon Energies. Got the Fire Energies, 3 of these, and Fire Psychic Energies. So the Psychic Energy actually works pretty well with the Hydreigon here, since it does share the Psychic energy. TCG. But for you know, if we ever need to attack with Altera, which I highly doubt, we can still use a double dragon energy here, and then also a psychic or fire energy, and that works just fine. Yeah, this is kind of a silly deck, and I highly doubt we're ever going to use Sky Return. And but you know what? If we can lock down our opponent somehow, that'll be really exciting, and I look forward to that. So let's go ahead and see this deck in action here on Pokemon TCG Online. All right, and we're gonna be playing against Zamblow. He's got water sleeves, but I thought I saw a psychic Pokemon in his deck. Anyways, we started off pretty good. We do start off with our Latias EX here with the breakdown and ready to lock down our opponent with special abilities. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Latias EX here. We do have the Hydreigon here for the free retreat. And again, we can potentially use Shred as well. So let's go ahead. We're going to do this right here. And set up. We do get this guy here. Let's go with that. Let's see if we flipped heads. No, we don't. Let's go with this. And this is looking really nice right here. Lots of options here. We really got free retreat going for us right now. And yeah, just looking really good. All right, let's end the turn. In the next turn, we actually play this Altaria, play the Double Dragon Energy, and then we'll play for the Computer Search. And my opponent counters the Stadium. That's not too big of an issue. We should be able to counter the Stadium again at some point. But here we go. My opponent discards a Tallow and a DCE, so it looks like we might be playing against a Swallow deck. We see a Chandelier EX over there, and my opponent's going to be able to hit us for a close encounter, drawing to 2 more cards. We should be able to knock out this Deoxys right away, especially here with the Muscle Band hitting for 90 plus this guy, and that'll be 110. That'll be a knockout right here. Turn 2 knockout on a Deoxys non-EX, and we actually can knock out the Shaman EX here as well. So we gotta wait and see if my opponent does get an energy drop over here. Gotta wait and see what else my opponent will be doing. And my opponent says some kind of face over there. Okay. Well, regardless, I'm not sure what that really means. Okay, so here we see another Deoxys, and oh my goodness, we see a head ring over here. That doesn't really matter. We're not really going to be using this Hydreigon anyways. We're just going to be using it so that this Hydreigon here, or this Hydreigon here, has free retreat. My opponent plays a Colress for 10. Very impressive. Oh man, turn 1 Colress for 10. That is pretty good. You don't see that too much. I mean, we always say, you know, Colress is not good early game, and there you have it. So let's just go with that. Let's go with this. And I'm going to discard. I think we could still use the switch. And what I'm going to do is actually go for an N. Ending my opponent down to a lesser hand size is very helpful for us. Let's go for the Super Scoop Up. That didn't really work. We do have a... This doesn't really work either. Okay, so let's just go for the Barrier Break, hitting the 110, knocking this guy out, and taking that first prize. Now we can knock out virtually everything minus the Chandelier. In the next turn, we should be able to Ultra Ball, get out the other Altaria out here. Probably use a Super Scoop Up, get the Shaman in out of the way. We have a Muscle Band, could probably discard that. Could actually play the Via Seeker for the N, and my opponent down to 6 again. And my opponent says, "You're awesome." I don't know if he's exaggerating or being sarcastic, but I will have to say thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay, smiley face there. Oh, no, that's not a smiley face. There we go. There's a smiley face. There you go, sir. Okay, so my opponent right now can... Oh, Bunnelby. Oh, no. Not a Bunnelby. Okay, my opponent discards the Bunnelby and also discards the Lysander. So, knowing that, you know, this Shaman here is pretty light on the retreat cost, so is this Swablu. The only one here that doesn't have a free retreat is probably the Shaman here. I will be able to get an Altaria in the next turn, and that would have free retreat. And oh no, we see a Swellow over here. Oh, it's the Delta Trade Plus Swellow, the half full art, or the half art, whatever you want to call it. We see a Professor's Letter. All right, so we know my opponent does have energy cards. We might have to just shut my opponent. Oh no, my opponent plays an N anyways. That was kind of weird. My opponent plays a Professor's Letter for energy cards and plays N to shuffle them back in his deck. Okay, so we got an energy switch here. That's not going to be too useful. But this is looking pretty good. We can still try to... oh, the Dimension Valley. I forgot about that. Okay, so let's counter the Stadium here. Let's go with this right here, and we do get the Scoop Up. Yeah, okay, let's don't really need this N right now, but... Alright, so let's go with this, draw 2 more extra cards. And... Well, I guess we can power up this Hydreigon. We don't really need to, but I'm going to do it anyways. And okay, so here we go. Ooh, wrong card. Okay, let's just do this and see what we get right here. Not exactly what I need, and we'll go for the N, and not what I need again. But hey, we get the Altaria, and so that's good news. We got this double dragon energy. I'm just gonna go ahead, get this Juniper right here, and go for the 130, knocking out that Deoxys. And we will end up discarding this N, but that's okay. We got that off the prizes. I'm just going to go ahead and play the Double Dragon Energy onto the Hydreigon over here. We can shred and go through anything. That means that it doesn't matter. My opponent doesn't play anything with special energies, and or not special energies, but abilities. Anyways, oh, my opponent counters the stadium. We'll just get rid of the Shaman there. That's the easy 2 prizes, and one less thing to consider for free retreat, or lack of free retreat. The Swellow over here is all powered up and ready to go. Let's just go ahead. We'll power that up. And, yeah. I find these Double Dragon energies really valuable, so I'm actually going to end up hanging on to it. Let's just go for the Barrier Break, hitting for 130, and going from there. My opponent here, this Swellow can still attack us for quite a bit. It's got a Muscle Banner here. It can hit us for 70 damage. Won't be enough here. We see an N, and, alright. I might end up playing an energy onto this Shaman EX. That way the Shaman EX here can potentially, if we get Slider Standard out, we can actually retreat with it. And then I'll just go for the Juniper. Now, we do have one Psychic Energy in the discard pile. And that may end up being 2 Psychic Energies. Or I could probably play the Psychic Energy instead of the Fire Energy onto Shaman EX. And here is the Chandelure, able to hit us for a Curse Drop. That's going to be... Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, what's going on here? Wait a second. Put 4 damage counters any way you like. What? Wait, how did he put this much damage on me? That is an excellent question. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Yeah, let's just get rid of the Shaman for now. Let's go with that. Might as well. Okay, there we go. Not what we need. All right, so I'm going to retreat, and we will attack with this. We'll just shred right here, get rid of that guy, and take 2 prizes. So that way, this Swellow here, my opponent will still need to get a Lysander. And really we'll still need to put 20 damage on this Latias here. So we only get hit for 70. No big deal. And there's really nothing to power up, so I'm kind of just powering up this guy over here. And that's it. My opponent concedes the match, and we'll take a prize right there. Latias EX for the win. All right, so you know what? I will play another match here for you guys, and you guys hopefully are highly entertained. Let's check it out. All right, and we're going to be playing against Subdarvin. It is a metal, water, and colorless deck. Apparently, we have the advantage, but my opponent says gasps, something like that. But, oh, okay, so... here we go. We got the Latias EX here ready to go. My opponent even has the metal sleeves. I'll just go ahead and say hello. Hello to you, sir. We will be starting off, and looks like my opponent says hi. Let's see here. What we're going to do, what to do here, what to do. Let's get rid of these cards. And let's go for the Shaman out here. Huge fan of you. Oh, that's cool. All right. Let's go ahead and... come on. All right, so let's go. And I'm just going to play an N. Oh, good. We got a Swablu this time around. And, okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to play this right here. We do have the Hydreigon here, which I will probably play. All right, so I actually want to play the Hydreigon. That way we get free treat for sure. And... let's just get another Shaman. Alright, so let's thin out our hand a little bit more. And there we go. I highly doubt my opponent plays special condition stuff. Does he or does he not? I don't know. And we will end the turn. So, big fan. Oh, thanks. I'll say, oh, thank you much. Alright, thank you much. Okay, there you go. Oh, thank you much. And let's give him a smiley face too. Alright, not the sad one. Alright, there we go. Smiley face. Okay. We have the Heatran right here. We should be able to knock the Heatran out, I think. Oh, no, never mind. We won't be able to. We're going to be a little bit short. We needed another Swablu on the bench. If we were able to get 2 Swablus on the bench and then evolve both of them, it would have been a knockout on the Heatran. But in this kind of scenario, it won't be. So here we go. Let's just play the energy right there. We can actually play Colress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just go ahead and play that right there. Let's go for the Colress. And are you kidding me? Shucks. Okay. Well, let's get rid of this, and let's get rid of this. Okay. Here is the Altaria. Might as well. Yep. Seriously, I did. Darn it. Yes, I did. Alright. Yes, I did. No smiley face this time. Okay. So you made a deck based mainly on Latios. Yes, I did. So gotta wait and see. My opponent will be able to hit us with a steel drop. That'll do 80 damage. That's a 2-hit knockout, but I'm not exactly concerned. And so here we go. Let's just go ahead and I'm gonna undo that. I think. Maybe not. Sure. Let's just do it. Okay. And we'll go with a barrier break, knocking this guy out. There we go. Hey, there's another Latios. Perfect. If this guy does get knocked out somehow, yeah, we can deal with it. Now, I could actually go for another Colress, which is kind of nice. And since I got these via Seekers, and I need to test one. It's a bit sloppy right now, though. But it kind of works, at least for our purposes. Anyways, yeah. So we see here, the Aegis Slasher won't be able to attack us, but the Heatran will. The Shaman won't be able to attack, and nor will the Deoxys EX be able to attack. So a lot of these ability Pokemon that my opponent has won't be able to attack us. Neither would this Bronzong. So it looks like my opponent will be able to knock out my Latias EX here. But that's okay. If we can get these Altarias going, we should be able to just respond right away. And yeah, and there it is. My opponent's got a huge bench. Look at that. That's exciting, huh? All right, so here we go. Here's Altaria, and oh man, if we do the math here, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Woo! I got 7 cards. Yeah, let's do it, folks. Let's do it. Oh man. Okay, here we go. Oh, 3 cards left. Are you kidding me? And okay, so I might as well do that. And we got the lonely energy here. Okay, so no need to see Junipers anymore. Oh no, no more Altarias. I only got. Oh man, dang it! I wish I needed the last one here. Do I have enough? Let's see. One. Yep, I actually can do enough to knock him out. So, all right, here we go. We'll just go for the shred. There it is, hitting for 140. Taking the prize right there. Hey, it's a double Dragon Energy. Sweet. Now, my opponent can actually power up an Aegis Slash. Wouldn't be able to knock out the Side Dragon. What I'm gonna do next, since we have the nifty energy switch here, we're gonna play the double Dragon Energy onto the Latias EX here, get the free retreat, and then just start attacking. My opponent really doesn't have anything on the bench that can attack us. Yeah, I think it would go through the Klang's ability as well. I think it would. I'm almost positive Shred would go through. Wait a second. On the opponent's active Pokemon. Oh, shucks. I think Klang would actually protect my opponent. So I'm going to have to Lysander out this Klang here somehow. That's a good question. So we're down to 3 cards. Off that Colress was just ridiculous. So we got to be really careful here. We see a Repeat Ball. That's going to go for another Bronzong. Could be able to power up these Aegis Slash here. And if my opponent's got the energy drop, we should be able to see an Aegis Slash with a Slash Blast coming right up. So we're going to stick with our plan here, though. We're going to stick with the plan. We're going to get the free retreat, make the energy switch, and then get the double Dragon Energy. Oh my goodness, my opponent close. Wow. Colress down to 1. Now, I would assume my opponent's got N. But this is getting pretty intimidating. And yeah, for sure what I'm going to do. Oh my goodness, here comes the Aegis Slash. We're going to get hit. And do I have an AZ? I need an AZ. Do I got an AZ here? No, I don't. Darn it. No AZ. Okay, so my opponent passes the turn. All right, so here's the plan. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to go for the energy switch right there. And let's go with this right here. And let's go with the retreat right there. All right. All right, so let's just get rid of this Clang right here. I don't want to take any chances. And, all right, here we go. Get hit. I'm not sure if he's being sarcastic or not. I'm a little bit worried over here. This is really cool. Oh, thanks. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he can't. The Aegis Slash here, unless my opponent can Lysander out the Latias EX here, the Aegis Slash won't be able to attack the Latias. Lysandering out, perhaps Shaman would work, or anything else really. My opponent plays an N, and there is an energy drop on the Aegis Slash. Now, all these guys here are in danger of getting Lysandered, and that's kind of a bit of a problem here. So we got an N. I'm going to hang on to it, I think. Yeah, let's just go for... Actually, I probably should have played an N in case my opponent does have a Lysander. But, you know, it is what it is. My opponent will still need a retreat here. Run out of heat trance. Oh, no. I see. I see. Okay, there it is. So, let's see here. What does my opponent... No Lysanders as of yet. So, that means my opponent can still win. He can still win by Lysandering out these two Shamans here and overpowering them. Otherwise, virtually everything on my opponent's bench has abilities. Can you imagine that? Wow. Here is the Lysander, and here is a huge hit on the Shaman. And, well, we're going to have to pay for that retreat cost right there. And let's bring out this guy over here and go for the barrier break, knocking out the Aegis Slash. And, hey, there's the other Altaria. Look at that. Welcome to the party, Altaria. Now, my opponent can Lysander out the Shaman here and knock it out. And with another energy drop, now my opponent can still win. I'll let my opponent know that. Actually, I shouldn't let my opponent know that. That's probably not the best idea. Okay. VS Seeker could go for the Lysander and Lysander out the Shaman. Oh, never mind. My opponent went for an N. Oh, no. That's probably not the thing you should have done, buddy. All right. Probably should have gone for the Lysander. Anyways, we got 1, 2 VS Seekers. My opponent can still play 4, so that means 2 VS Seekers left in his deck. And, yeah, that probably should have been a knockout on the Shaman EX here, but doesn't look like it. I don't actually want to play the Juniper, and I don't need to. So, you know, let's just go for the barrier break, hit for 130, and put some more pressure on this Aegis Slash. So, the Aegis Slash here is really the only guy that's attacking. Since my opponent didn't Lysander out the Shaman here, I think that may have been my opponent's downfall, because my opponent is forced to really just get one more knockout on the Shaman, and then I will knock out this Aegis Slash and win the game. Because the problem here is, if my opponent pays their tree cost, it can still attack with the Shaman here and knock out the Shaman. That's still a possibility. And then what my opponent really needs is 2 Lysanders back to back, right? So Lysander this turn, take out the Shaman, and then well, for sure we'll have to. Oh wow, okay. So my opponent, that was basically the same thing as a retreat. I don't understand why my opponent didn't just retreat, but so the Aegis Slasher can get powered up once again. And, yeah, no Lysander this turn. I think it's about over. Yeah, I understood why my opponent did that, so that my opponent would be able to heal everything off, but too bad he didn't have a Lysander. That's kind of the problem here. So we'll just hit for a 30, so 130, and gotta wait and see. This is my opponent, top deck a VS Seeker or a Lysander. And the Aegis Slash here can get powered up. We can see a hard retreat over here to the Aegis Slash. That's likely what's going to happen. And we're going to see... Could still see a Lysander bringing out, knocking out the Shaman here. Let's take a look here. Wow, my opponent does not have any basic energies in the discard pile anymore, so that's kind of interesting. We get it for 0. Sky Return. And here is an Aegis Slash. So I'm actually going to pick this guy up. And I don't want to deal with, getting this guy Lysander out anymore. Sure, might as well. Draw into a couple more cards. Darn it. Man, okay, I really regret that. Kind of wish I just kept both Shamans off the floor. But, Well, the Shamans here can still get Lysandered, and with another energy drop on the Aegislash, it will get knocked out. So we can see here my opponent can play an energy drop and knock out this Shaman. But we got a scoop up Cyclone here, which can still win us the game, perhaps. Oh, man, one. Oh, hey, wait, we only got one via Seeker. What the heck? What is going on here? My opponent opting to play the Shaman here. Probably stalling, perhaps? I'm not sure. Here's the Aegislash here getting powered up again. We could see the Shaman EX here get hit for 30. Now, my opponent's probably hoping that the Shaman gets stuck in play. Let's go for this scoop up. Let's go for the scoop up. Thank goodness. And it is GG. GG it is. And what a good game it's been. Not really for my opponent, but we'll take out the Aegislash here and get some coins. I like that. Anyways, wow. We were able to put up 1,270 damage just from Latias EX alone. Oh, did Hydreigon attack at all? I don't remember. Anyways, it was a fun game. We drew a ton of cards. Both players drew over 80 cards. That's insane. And, well, wow, my opponent had 22 energy cards played. That is very impressive. Anyways, if you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right below this video. And if you are a returning subscriber, thanks so much for watching and supporting this channel, joining me on this journey on countless Pokemon TCG battles. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.